What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast, Skinny D and the Sandman in the barbershop. Once again, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We're jamming. Sorry, wife. I'm going to talk about college football 25 again. Have you started a Road to Glory guy?
Oh, yeah. I got like 3 already.
Do you do yourself, or do you make just like somebody up?
I'll just make a random name up.
Yeah, I do. I used to do myself when I was younger, but now it feels like I'm too old to do that, you know? It feels like kind of pathetic if I do that. Like I'm trying to like fulfill some kind of middle-aged
Actually, my guy is
fantasy.
I used Allen Iverson.
Oh, do you? That's a good one.
Same build, same. I got him at about 6'1", probably about.
Oh, that's a good idea. Give him like actual, kind of like the actual
so,
build and stuff.
So I'm basically I play my guy basically a running back that can toss the ball a little bit.
Okay,
that's my style of that's my style of play. That old Husker shit.
Yeah,
I can toss the rock a little bit. I can give you about 190. I think my highest pass yardage was 225.
That's pretty good.
But shit, I had one game where I had 7 fucking interceptions.
Yeah,
still won the game. I still won the game. That shit.
It's fucking brutal, dude. They'll make you pay.
Like I said on the group page, man, and I was wondering, and I was gonna ask this question, like, is there a glitch or something? Because I'm getting the interceptions. At least I think I'm pushing triangle and getting my own interceptions. But these motherfuckers, it seems like their arms are stretching.
Yeah, you got to
and they're picking me off every time.
You got to go change the sliders until you figure out what works for you. Like you can turn their interceptions down and stuff. I had to turn the computer quarterback accuracy way down because like every single quarterback was throwing 90% accuracy on me, and I'm like, there's no fucking way.
And I'm
6 games into a season. 90%, that's fucking crazy. So I turned down the quarterback accuracy until they were throwing like 75, 80%.
Right. My defense giving up 400, 500 yards.
Yeah, dude, every game, like I was winning every game, but every game was like 77 to 63. And I'm like, Jesus, fuck. Like I got to put up 100 points a game to even win.
Well, I see a lot of guys griping about that too. And I'm like,
yeah, so I had to turn shit down.
I think, and it's college football. We're not going to see an NFL score 17 to 7. We're not going to.
No, but I'm looking for like 35 to 42.
Yeah, about that.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I've had to score
like
89 points.
Like both teams were putting up like 800 yards passing and 9 touchdowns. I'm like, that's not real. That's not realistic. And it's like it's on Heisman, so what else can I do?
Right, and I'm staying true. I see a lot. Let me tell you what I think first.
I'm gonna bump down to All-American. I think though.
I think I am too.
Because
the defense on man,
I saw a thing
motherfuckers is on steroids, man.
I saw a thing that Heisman and All-American are pretty much the same thing, except Heisman just has more bullshit. Like Heisman's like, oh, you fumbled.
You fumble. I see more celebrations and that little goofy shit.
Yeah,
that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
but what I think is between your age and my age, and even if there's some older guys that still play, I think a lot of you guys quit playing through the years. You had kids, you got busy, and I'll be around a crowd of guys, and you'll hear that occasional, man, I don't play PlayStation. I don't give a fuck. I do.
Yeah, I don't care.
Motherfucker.
All my friends. I sit around at work for 8 hours talking about what video games I play.
What the fuck ever. I think a lot of guys quit playing at least those 10, 11 years we were waiting for this game.
Well, I was still playing Madden. I was buying like every other Madden.
I've still been playing. I've had that for 10 years now, and I've still been playing it. My last PS3 melted on me. Took a couple years off, but I never quit playing. Mm-hmm. It's the same. But it's different. As far as the gameplay,
it took a little getting used.
It ain't that different.
It took a little getting used.
It's a lot more true.
The passing, dude. I'm dropping some dimes. I'm like layering them perfectly. And sometimes if you do it wrong, like if I fuck up, it's okay. Like you can punish me for that. Like if it's my fault, it's my fault, and I'll throw a shitty, stupid, horrible pass, and I'm like, that's like as soon as it leaves my hand, I'm like, that's fuck.
You know it, right?
Yeah, I'm like, God
real
damn
life,
it.
Yeah, you know it. God damn it.
Yeah.
But I'm satisfied.
Especially the one, like I'm playing at Ohio State and I snap the ball and it doesn't show me what my buttons are or anything and I don't know who's who. When it does that shit to you and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll fucking hit square and he launches it like this way. I'm like,
square for sure.
Like, God damn it.
He's pulling a straight on you. Yeah, you know square for sure.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll just hit a button, I guess, whatever. So yeah, I started a dude. I always do, the first time I played 2K, because 2K has like a list of like names
body types and
of like names you can pick from,
Yeah.
Like it has like you can just pick a first name off a list and pick a second name off a list. So the first time I played 2K, because I wanted the announcers to actually say his name. I didn't want them to just be like fucking, oh, MP has the ball. I wanted him to say whatever his name is. So I just went, like, I randomized the name. It was CJ Biombo. So now my dudes are always CJ. I started with CJ Biombo, but I didn't like how CJ Biombo's career was going, so I went to DJ Biombo. So in DJ Biombo's career is doing pretty good. And then in 2K, CJ Biombo, I just randomized what he looked like, and he was like a light-skinned black dude with he had blonde dreads. So I made a light-skinned black dude with blonde dreads in this game too, DJ Biombo. And he's doing pretty good. He started at Arizona State, but I mean, no offense to anybody, if anybody that plays at Arizona State listens to this, but their offensive line was insanely bad. Like, I don't even have time to get a screen off.
Damn. Yeah, I started to do with TCU and deleted him. I can't even get the ball off.
Yeah,
God.
I'm playing like
TCU.
I was playing. I started a season with the Huskers, and I was playing UTEP was laying the wood on me, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm losing to UTEP like 56-14. I'm like, what the
Texas,
fuck?
Man. It's UTEP. They're probably.
No, that shit ain't
Let
supposed
me
to.
think.
That shit ain't supposed to. They're like 70 overall, dude. That shit wasn't supposed to. UTEP ain't supposed to beat you like that. So I fucked with my sliders until shit felt good. Like, UTEP's not gonna come in here and beat Nebraska this year, dude. They're just not.
I don't know, man. No, not beat them. I think they'll give them a game.
Not 56-14.
Oh,
like,
definitely not. No.
UTEP put up 700 yards on me, and I'm like,
Nebraska last year they'll give them a game. This year, I don't know.
I think we're gonna be pretty good this year.
Oh man, speaking of that, man. Oh man, I said something I probably shouldn't have said the other day. I don't know, man. Just not much of a talker as far as the task at hand.
Yeah.
I've been this way. My dad, I've just been this way. We look at the blueprints. We lay down the plan. We go the fuck to work.
Sure. Yeah, I get that.
That's it. Be some chitter chatter while we work. Lunchtime, eat with one hand type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All the jibber jabbering and talking. We've already discussed all that. Everybody knows their job. Shut the fuck up. Go to work. And I know you gotta hype the Big Ten preview and all that shit. Never done that before.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of the talking. I think I've always said I'm 50-50 with this coach.
Yeah.
And I'm probably more like 30-70 with him now.
Yeah, I think this year you're gonna get all the way.
And this is with me. This is just with me. I think it's time to shut the fuck up, dog, and go to fuck to work.
Well, that's what everybody wants. Like, he has to go talk to everybody.
Yeah, he has.
Like,
to.
He would rather not do it, I think.
But
he has to. Like, he has to go to Big Ten media days, and he's not gonna go and be like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a rough season, guys." Like, he can't do that. So, I don't know. That's all they can.
Can't remember the name of the reporter.
All they can do right now.
I'll send you the clip.
Man.
I'll send you the clip. And I don't watch much ESPN anymore, but I wanted to watch that Big Ten preview thing. So I'm gonna check this out. They'd never done this. It's almost like a basketball Midnight Madness. You ever been to a Midnight Madness? Mm-hmm. All I think high schools even do it now too. But all NCAA. John Wooden back in the '60s started it. Like, basketball season. November 31st at midnight. Season starts. Technically, it's the next day. So all NCAA teams at midnight, they would all start their first practices of the season. Do a little 3-point contest, little dunk contest, some skills contest, some shit, some games and shit with the crowd. So this is kind of what they did with the Big Ten preview thing. And I was like, oh, this is kind of dope. It was wide receivers throwing, catching passes, it was doing some routes and shit, kind of, interacting with the fans and shit. I was like, this is kind of dope. And he did his little speech. So later on that night, they kind of replayed it. So what was it? Not pardon the interruption. And I know this old ass guy, but he's a shit talker on there. And he kind of said the same thing. He's like, Matt Rhule, and I could be, I ain't gonna say verbatim, but he was like, you act like you're in the elite ranks of coaching. He said, you stunk it up in the NFL. Baylor, easy. Temple, easy. He said, you're now at Nebraska. He said, now it's time to, shut up, put up or shut up. Basically what I'm saying. So I was like, God damn. So I posted it. And hell, University, Nebraska. And I follow them and shit. And they saw that shit on there, so they gave me a thumbs down. I was like, oh,
you deserve it.
Hey, it's cool though, man. That's my opinion, man. That's my opinion on it. First game, we'll see. Second game, we'll definitely see. I just don't believe in the guy right now. I don't believe in the guy.
You see all that shit in Colorado about the quarterback getting punched in the face because he owed one of the wide receivers $10,000 and Shiloh slapping the shit out of people, which I believe that one because Shiloh's about to be bankrupt because of an assault charge already.
I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give it out to everybody right now. Okay, I ain't just gonna pick up my own team right now. That's the fucking culture that motherfucker created out there, bro.
Yeah,
and I absolutely loved Prime as a player.
Yeah.
I wore my socks, my wristbands, headbands. I wore number 2 because of that motherfucker. I was fast in a motherfucker too. As a player, as a person, I didn't really care for him because that wasn't my personality.
As a rapper?
Yeah, I didn't. The tape was whack. And that's back when it was out, is when it was tapes and shit. That shit was whack. But that's the culture you create. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Lil Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I like hip hop. You know what I mean? I like all that shit. But as a football coach, and let's go back, the drug culture that Wayne promotes in his music, this motherfucker damn near dies of an overdose on an airplane. You know what I mean? Damn near dies of overdose 2-3 times on drugs. And you got this guy around your kids in the locker room.
Yeah.
That's not something I would do.
Yeah, well, I guess a bunch of players didn't like that either. I guess whoever could just walk into the locker room whenever they wanted. A bunch of kids said they went and like changed in the bathroom and shit instead of the locker room.
Yeah.
They said they'd like have their dick out and like a dude's girlfriend would just walk in or something, or Lil Wayne would be there, and it was fucking annoying. They said
with all the camera crew and
right.
the strange motherfuckers. Yeah, that's
said
probably could have had a whole lot of better season.
Talking about the locker room being like just basically like a party room.
Yeah, and then we'll go to Warren Sapp. I ain't done. Love Warren Sapp. Let me tell you a quick story about Warren Sapp. I don't know if it was actually Warren Sapp following me on Twitter or X, Twitter at the time, but he posted a picture of him on he was on his knee. Yeah, look it up. Warren Sapp was on his knee with his helmet off and his head down.
I've seen that picture, yeah.
It
was like the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, we had just busted they motherfucking shit open, right? And I was like, oh, I remember this. And I put the corn up. He said, fuck you, and block me, bro. I was like, oh, shit. I screamed. I had that on my phone, man, for years, man. And I was like, look, Warren Sapp fucking blocked me, bro. So fuck you too, Warren Sapp. So I got this to say. Even more bigger distraction.
Yes. I'm sure
What are his coaching credentials?
I don't know. I can't even talk shit about that. I don't even know. I'm sure he's like, it's not bad to have like Hall of Fame quality talent around necessarily. It's all the other shit, man. And then it's like
it's the personality clashes.
Well, it's like I think it's like the favoritism thing. I think if he just didn't treat his kids special, a lot would be better.
Right, nepotism. A lot of people are saying, and I say this like, and because I'm an ex-athlete, like a lot of people think all black athletes like they're from the hood, they're from the ghetto.
Yeah.
Or all white athletes, they're from the suburbs and the academies, where I know the exact opposite. Where this dude right here is the corniest brother in the bag. You know what I mean? Don't know nothing about the north side of O Street. Where my white homie over here is from the bricks, but you put him on TV in a uniform, you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So there's plenty of black kids in that locker room in Colorado that don't listen to Lil Wayne. They listen to what's the country black dude?
Oh, Hootie.
Kane
Kane Brown.
Kane Brown.
I thought you were talking about Darius Rucker.
They might got Kane Brown out there slapping in their Tesla.
Yeah, true.
Not Lil Wayne.
True.
You know what I mean? So there's that. Not all black kids are, hey, yeah, you're not, and they don't. Number one, especially if their dad wasn't like that and their dad didn't display that to them, and they were never around that, they didn't grow up in the neighborhood, they're never going to be able to receive any information from a guy like that. Come find me. Huh? What does that even, they probably don't even know that verbiage, that slang. You know what I mean? So I believe he's chased a lot of his good ones away already.
Yeah, probably. Dion said that they should sue him about it. Athlon, the place that published it, Athlon Sports. Dion said they should sue him, because it's all anonymous. So Athlon, it was kind of risky for them to publish that because they'd be in the wrong. So if they don't sue them, then that means at least some of it is true.
There's that.
So now that Dion has said like they should get punished for that, there should be some kind of penalty. We should do something. Is what he said.
How much? How much money did the other player owe the other player?
$10,000
for what?
Gambling.
Do we know gambling?
It was
what the fuck?
It was a dude. Apparently, like he's like the backup quarterback. He asked one of the receivers for $10,000 to gamble. They're like fucking throwing dice and shit in the locker room, dude.
With 10 racks and shit,
yeah, man. That's what the
is
stuff
nail
says.
money that good already?
Yeah, it is. And that's what all the stuff says. But and then they're
For
talking
the number
about
2 quarterback.
they're talking about there's no truth. Like Dion saying there's no truth to it. And they have this dude. He's called the governor of Colorado football, which is a weird thing anyway. They're all out there.
A booster.
Yeah, probably. They're all out there like it's not true. There's no truth to it at all. Whatever. And they're talking about guns in the locker room and stuff. And a dude posted. Have you seen the live video of the dude?
I didn't see that one.
The live video where the dude, when he committed to Colorado, he has a fucking Glock on the table.
I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah. And so you want to say it's not true, but also your players are posting videos of guns. And it's like...
It's the culture you're creating, bro. I mean...
And I believe that Shiloh's slapping kids around. They said that Cormani McClain left because Shiloh, like, slapped him in the face, like, 5 times at practice or some shit. And it's like, why are you doing that to people?
Yeah, because I am a little ghetto child.
Yeah.
And I'm on that team. I'm probably going to prison, and there probably is no more Shiloh.
Right. Well, yeah.
Or he's in a wheelchair. Or he's maimed or something.
I mean, there's that. And you wonder why a dude like Cormani McClain, like, he didn't develop, and he didn't act right, and he didn't show up to team meetings and stuff.
Yeah, because didn't they try to say it was some mental health issues?
Well, yeah,
or some
it's probably because Shiloh was
was fucked up because that's
it's probably because Shiloh was fucking slapping him at practice, dude.
Yeah.
And then what's he gonna do? He can't punch Deion Sanders' kid.
What can you do?
Then you're off the team. Like as ghetto as you are, whatever. Like you're never gonna play football again if Deion Sanders kicks you off his football team, whatever. Like. That's how, I mean, it's probably not true, but that's how you would feel. You're an 18-year-old kid. You're like, I can't punch Deion Sanders' kid, or my career will be over. And then it made him toxic. Like he had to walk on at Florida.
Damn. Yeah. Fuck.
And then all this shit comes out about it, and it's kind of feeling like it's Deion's fault.
You.
If it's true, like
if it's true,
that's all allegedly, and like if it's true, it sounds like it's like Deion's fault.
It has to fall on your shoulders.
Like if it's true that Shiloh is at practice slapping other kids in the face, like Deion should do something about that.
It has to fall on your shoulders.
Like even if he wasn't his dad, like that's a bad dad and a bad football coach. Like whether he was his dad or not, if another player was slapping a dude at Nebraska football practice, I'd be like, Matt Rhule should do something about that. Like that kid shouldn't be at practice for he should get suspended or something. Like if you physically assault another dude. Like I get like in the heat of the moment at practice, like you get mossed by somebody
5 times though.
Like shoving each other,
you
whatever.
Beating me up now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like,
you bullying me now.
Like that's past pushing and shoving. Like dudes don't need to be punching each other at practice. They just don't. And like, what kind of culture do you have if your players fight each other like that?
Yeah, man.
Like fighting each other it's good to be competitive against each other. It's good to be physical with each other. It's good.
I've never fought a teammate ever.
No,
not even pushing and shoving. We may jawbone a little bit, but that's what we do anyway. Whether we hooping or not, is talking shit to each other. That's a man. That's just what we do.
Well, yeah, and it's like, I mean, I want you to be good at football. Like if you're a defensive back at practice, you get mossed by a receiver that made an amazing catch. It's like, man, that felt bad for my ego, but that dude's on my team. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you want to hurt him so he can't play, and then I don't know.
That's the culture, bro.
Shit's weird to me, man.
I mean,
it's like,
it's all you need a.
And it can't be normal because you don't hear about it anywhere else. And I've never heard anything like it before. Like I've never heard a report about quarterbacks owing receivers gambling money and people throwing bones in the locker room. And guns being in the locker room.
Second team quarterback.
And Little Wayne. Yeah, well, it has to be because it wasn't Shador. His name was like Brandon Bell or some shit.
Where
like,
he? So okay. So we do. Well, you knew his name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
the
didn't.
article said a name. Yeah.
Okay. So shit. Where he getting 10,000 nil money? Shit. He the backup.
Well, he had to borrow that money from one of the receivers.
Okay. He was okay. I get it now.
Yeah.
He was in debt.
He
so
owed the receiver money. The receiver.
Also, shit. He was in double bucket shit.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! So he was gonna get smacked again by another motherfucker eventually.
Eventually. Yeah.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, like he borrowed money for gambling money he already.
Damn,
owed.
yeah. So you was asked out either way, bro. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's like, how do you have time for all this if you're supposed to be practicing football, dude?
Studying and football. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, fuck. Collegiate athlete, man. It ain't like high school, man. I mean, both of these are your job.
Yeah, I almost
Literally now. You getting money, motherfucker. 10 racks to throw dice with,
I
shit.
almost feel bad for a dude like Travis Hunter.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
Well, because he seems cool, and he's just kind of wrapped
Square
up.
kid. That
he's
kid that
like-
ain't from the hood, right?
He's just wrapped up in all this.
He's just in it.
Yeah, and I don't think, like, you never hear anything about him. It's all about Shador. It's all about Shiloh. It's all about dudes on the offensive. What's his name? Josh Seaton.
Yeah.
Fucking punching dudes in the face.
You
You never hear anything about Travis. Travis Hunter seems like he's totally not involved in any of it. And he just wants to play football and go to the NFL and whatever. And he's like wrapped up in all this just because he's homies with Dion and Shador now. So I feel kind of bad for a dude like him, you know?
I needed you with, we was watching the fight the other night. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
I said I see him transferring out.
Like, he should have went to Florida State. If he went to Florida State, he'd be balling.
I can't remember what I said. I think I.
Because he was committed to Florida State before Jackson
Yeah.
State, I think.
And he's from down that area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He may not.
Well, he's going to go to the NFL after this year.
Depending on
He ain't
whether he
transferring.
jumps in, but he ain't. If he doesn't jump to the NFL, he ain't staying at Colorado either
Yeah.
way.
Well, I think he's just going to get the fuck out of there.
Because he's that good kid.
I think he's going to have the hype still. I think he's going to.
He's gonna have the hype.
I think he's going to, because if he's projected a first round draft pick, he's going to go.
I said the same thing. Well, I think there's some teams that would take a chance on him now.
And he's like really cool and good, and I would like to want him to do good, but he plays at Colorado.
Same
and
exact thing. He's
and
caught.
I-
He's caught. He's
I
caught
don't
up
want
in
him
the
to.
okie doke.
I don't want him to play good only because he plays at Colorado. And
That's what I said. He's real football talent.
yeah, like if he
Not
played
to
it,
say Shador and Shiloh aren't,
if he was at Florida State, I'd be watching every Florida State game.
and we'll probably be still doing the same things he's doing now.
Probably even better, dude, because Florida State was
I'm talking
this,
playing both ways and successful.
Yeah, Florida State was this close to the playoffs, dude.
Yeah. And maybe you would have took him. Yeah.
He would have been
Yeah.
probably in the playoffs last year. Like, shoot.
I'm not gonna project where he will be or where he will go, but if he doesn't
go to the
jump to the
NFL.
NFL, hypothetically, if he doesn't jump to the NFL, he's not gonna stay at Colorado.
1000%.
He's real football talent. He
I don't think he would want to make Dion look bad like that, you know? Like
Shiloh and
what does it
Shador
say
have
about
been
Dion?
coached up and have been able to daddy paying for
I think
trainers
it's gonna be
their
funny
whole life.
when I don't think Shiloh's gonna make the NFL probably. Like he'll go undrafted free agent maybe.
Is he out for the season or he's out for a little while?
I saw
ain't he?
something about
Shoulder?
that, but I guess not.
What
What do you think about them having their like Instagram handles on the back of their jerseys?
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Is
I don't
there-
know. I'm like
is there?
I mean, maybe this is like old school or something, but I'm like a you should be proud of your name type dude.
That's
kinda.
what that is. Yeah, that
Yeah,
ain't
it's their
fucking up my
socials.
name.
Like if I score a touchdown, I want you to see. You know?
I saw that on practice jersey. Is it just Colorado or is it everybody?
Well, because I think you can put whatever you want on your jersey now
yeah, right.
or something. There's some new rule I think where they can do that. I think they could have their social handles on there during the game.
So is Instagram?
Because the refs don't care what your name is. They just need to see your number.
They just need to see your number.
So
What was that league? What was it? The XFL? Probably 12, 15 years ago. Homeboy had the jersey. He hate me.
I don't remember that.
That's what he had on the back of it. They got to put like crazy
Put, like,
shit on
whatever.
their names. He hate me. What was some of the names? Them dudes. I think it was the XFL.
Let's see.
When the first time they tried it, I think it was Vince McMahon. He hate me. A couple of those dudes I think he hate me ended up in the NFL. I can't remember his real name.
Yeah, here's he hate me. Let's see.
They got some other
There's Mark Tate. He was a defensive back. His just said Tater.
Tater.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That was a wild league.
Donald Day. He was a defensive back. His said D-Day. Good one.
I like that one.
Jerry Kraft's an offensive tackle. He said Big Daddy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Jamal Duff, a defensive back. He said Death Blow. Good one.
Mm.
And Rod Smart, running back for the Las Vegas Outlaws, was He Hate Me.
He was bad. He was a bad. I think, did he end up in the NFL? What happened to He Hate Me?
I don't know. Let's see.
I want to say the Panthers. Was he on that Super Bowl team?
He Hate Me.
I want to say the Panthers.
Okay, here we go. Let's learn about Rod Smart. He played college football for Western Kentucky. What are they, the Hilltoppers?
Hilltoppers, yeah, I think something like that. I think it's a chicken or a rooster or something.
Oh, I didn't even finish talking about Biombo, but we'll get there. He played for Western Kentucky. He was originally signed by the San Diego Chargers as an undrafted free agent after the 2000 NFL draft. But he never played. He played the first time he played professional football was with the Las Vegas Outlaws of the XFL, where he was known by the nickname He Hate Me. He then joined the Edmonton Eskimos, which I don't think I'm allowed to say Eskimos anymore. Of the Canadian Football League before he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles, all within the same year. So in the same year, he went to the Edmonton Eskimos and the Philadelphia Eagles. He then spent 4 seasons with the Carolina Panthers, including winning the NFC Championship in 2003.
That's what I'm saying.
He also spent time with the Oakland Raiders in 2006, as well as the Team Tennessee of the never-launched All-American Football League.
He had a nice little run.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I knew he was on that pen. They almost made the Super Bowl that year.
His career NFL stats were 67 rushing yards. Oh, he didn't really play running back.
Really, yeah.
He had 67 rushing yards and 1,800 return yards.
Okay.
So he was a returner in the NFL, pretty much.
Not a bad return number.
Because he didn't get to put
He
He Hate Me on his jersey. He was born in Lakeland. Born in Lakeland, Florida, one of several children. His parents were known to give Rod and his siblings unusual nicknames, including Bone Bone and Fat Girl.
I got a niece named Fat Fat.
Did your parents nickname you like that?
Yeah.
Did you guys all have nicknames from your parents? We didn't really do that. We had, they like short, like Thomas Tom, Joseph Joe, shit like that, but we didn't get like.
What'd your mom call you growing up?
Tom. Well, Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah. Tommy. She still calls me Tommy sometimes. Tommy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. And then when I got older, I just didn't feel like I could pull Tommy off anymore, so I just let people start calling me
Tomas.
Tom. Yeah.
Tomas. Yeah. Tomas. Canelo's cousin and shit. Tomas. Yeah, man. My mom called me Dink.
Okay. That's a good one.
I was always thinking around.
Okay.
I had an auntie that used to call me Stop, No, and Don't.
Stop, No, and Don't.
May she rest in peace. But yeah, she still called me Stop, No, and Don't. She said, that's all shit I used to tell your little ass. Stop, No, and Don't. Yeah, all my shit. I got nicknames for all my kids. Every last one of them, they all got a nickname.
Really?
Yeah, I give everybody nicknames.
Do you,
I give motherfuckers I don't know nicknames.
is it like just a vibe thing? Is it like a physical thing? Like if they have like a physical characteristic, are you going the nickname for that, or are you? Is it just like a?
I think all of the above.
You just feel it.
I just feel it most of the time. I think it's all like. Let me tell you how ill I am with this shit, right?
Okay.
Like me and my wife, we play this game every now and then. She's freaked me out, and I've freaked her out. Well, we got this old lady across the street, like beautiful old lady. She's probably 75, 80 years old. In her day, she was a stunner. You can still see it in her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I nicknamed her Agnes. Right?
Okay.
Well, I gotta throw this in the story. One day, I'm sitting like in my garage, but I'm kind of like sitting back in my garage, and I'm blowing one, right? I thought I was being pretty fucking slick. You know what I'm saying? It was a day off, and she's out in her yard. No fucking way she smells that shit way over there, right? So the old lady like turns around and looks at me and beelines toward me like I couldn't do nothing. You know, I couldn't I'm like, man, fuck, I'm in my motherfucking garage. I'm over here talking to myself like that. Like, man, you tripping, man. What the fuck? Fuck this old lady, right? And she pulled up the chair and she sat next to me and she said, my husband used to smoke those.
Left-handed cigarettes.
So I'm like, go ahead. So I sat in my garage and got blowed with this 75, 80-year-old lady. So we chopping it up and shit. She's lived in the neighborhood 36 years, raised her kids, dope old lady, right?
She white?
Yeah, she's white.
Yeah. You guys ended racism, maybe that day.
We might have, at least in that neighborhood. So
see. If only Martin Luther King could have seen that.
yeah, right. So, I'm putting my little old lady magic on her. Like I said, old ladies and babies, bro, they just love me. They magnetize to me. So I tell her my name, and most people, I tell them straight to their face, my name is Damon, and they'll fuck it up. They'll say Desmond, Damon, and I'll walk away on you, right? That's a whole nother subject. But anyway, I told her my name, and she got it right the first time. So I was like, damn. I was like, you won $1 million. And she said, well, guess my name. So I laid it on her, dog. I said, Agnes. She said, how did you know? I was like, I can't fucking wait to tell Shannon this shit.
She thought you were stealing her mail or something, dude.
Yeah, and it had been, we had lived there at least 2, 3, 4 years before initially, even, with waves. Like, she doesn't mind my loud music or nothing. I thought, oh, this is a fucking hell of an old lady. Like, she ain't calling the cops or none of that shit, right? Mm-hmm. Agnes, she was like, how did you know? I'm like, I'm in my mind. I'm like, your fucking name is fucking Agnes for real. You're old, dude. You're old.
Maybe she's fucking with you, man.
So the vibe, yeah.
Maybe you should steal some of her mail. Maybe she was kidding.
No, her name's fucking Agnes, dog. I was like,
show me your driver's license.
I almost wanted to check. Like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, but
she's fucking with you.
Everybody on the block.
That's what I would
do. Hey, Agnes.
If I was an old dude and I'm like, guess my name, whatever they said, I would tell them they were right. Well, they're like Jim, I'd be like, how'd you know?
Well, this is where I told Jen, I was like, yo, you cheated. He was just waving. He looked like a down and out, lonely guy by himself. Saw a pretty lady yelling at him and waving at him, and he just waved back. She was like, no. She said, hey, Bob, we're at a stoplight. We're in our fucking car, right? So I was like, hit him. See if you can get him. She's like, hey, Bob. And he was like, hey. She's like, I was like, nah, no way. You didn't get that fucking lucky. His name ain't Bob, man. He's just happy a woman's waving at him.
I think you're right.
I think I'm right,
too.
I think
you're right about that.
I'm gonna lay it on her tonight. Like,
he probably didn't even hear. He probably just confused.
Tom agrees.
Like, if I was out doing something in my yard and I heard somebody just go, hey, blah, 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 and then I'd turn around and somebody was waving at me, I'd just go.
I'm gonna tell her Tom agrees with me.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
I think you cheated.
You gotta check again, dude.
He was just happy a woman was waving at him.
Or just confused, man.
Or maybe confused.
Sometimes that's just like the easiest way to make it over, Just like, okay, I'll just wave back, whatever.
People do it here every day when I'm sitting down having a cigar in front of the shop. I hear it every 5 minutes. Big. I don't know who the fuck that
whatever.
was. All right. I ain't even see you, but whatever. Yeah, that's a fun little game we play.
That is a fun game. We should try that.
Me and Agnes are still cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so CJ Biombo started at Arizona State. And then Arizona State was kind of booty, and they were squandering my shit. I think I hit a glitch, though, because one game got over, and I got, 100,000 XP, and I had, 130 skill points. So I went to 99 after, one game.
Definitely was a glitch.
So that was pretty cool.
I mean, I was balling.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think a lot of dudes just, they quit playing.
Yeah, so DJ Biombo is pretty good. But then he transferred to Florida State. Florida State's actually really cool because I forgot that they do helmet stickers. Oh, yeah. So, and you actually start with no helmet stickers, and the more stuff you do, the more stickers you get. So now my helmet is full. It's like tomahawks. Yeah, so now my helmet is completely full of tomahawks. I have the most tomahawks on the team by far, dude. I went to the instant replay and checked. I'm halfway through the season. I got no room for any more tomahawks. It's kind of cool. The helmet stickers thing is actually pretty cool.
I can't remember what edition it was. It's definitely not 14 because I don't see it on there. And Nebraska's never put stickers on there, but they had that feature on one of the college games.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, where you got stickers on your helmet.
Yeah, that shit's cool. I've never played at a team that did that, so.
Michigan does
shit's
it.
Nice, man. Does Michigan do it?
They used to.
Ohio State does it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I think Cal used to do it.
College teams that do helmet stickers. Let's see. Oh, Clemson does paw prints.
Yeah, Clemson. Yeah, how could I forget them? TCU. I think TCU used to do it.
Florida State does the tomahawks, but Florida State is the only one that says you only get them after the team wins. Like if the team loses, nobody gets a fucking tomahawk.
That's interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Louisiana has fleur de lis, the little flower thing, it's
That's
like a
right. That's
French
right.
looking
That's
shit.
right. That's right. That's right.
French looking shit. Michigan does a. Michigan has a Wolverine with the player's personal achievements and area code. So it sounds like Michigan just has like one sticker that they just put on there that just lists your shit.
In the back right, I think it is.
Yeah. Ohio State has the Buckeye tree leaf. Pittsburgh does Panther heads.
Okay, that's the one I knew yellow and gold. I was saying yellow.
Stanford has.
Knew it wasn't UCLA.
Stanford has axe blades.
Yeah, Stanford. What about Cal? They on there?
No.
No.
But oh yeah, they are on the discontinued list. There's a bunch of teams that used to do it.
Yeah,
but don't
I know
anymore.
Cal used to. Their shit used to be dope.
Cal used to have a football with a big C and win on it.
Yeah.
And a growling bear head.
Yeah, their shit used to be dope.
Yeah, Nebraska's never done it. They're not on the discontinued list either.
Who else?
Yeah, so it looks pretty cool when you get your
Missouri
all full of shit.
Missouri on there? No. Used to.
Missouri. Yeah, Missouri used to do
the
tiger.
M,
Used to
the
do tiger
tiger.
paws.
The Tiger Paw.
Yeah. Northwestern used to do Wildcats.
They did.
Texas Tech used to do Red Stars.
I think I remember that.
Just skimming this list. UCLA used to do Bear Paws.
That's right. I knew it was UCLA.
Wyoming used to do Little Horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man. Yeah,
I think it was a big thing back in the 70s and the 80s, and a lot of teams just went away from it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whose job is it to do that?
Boosters.
Like, do the players have to put their stickers on before every game? Because they get like redone helmets every game now, I think.
The booster. What do they call them?
Like, is there a dude at Ohio State whose whole job is to put stickers on helmets all week?
What do they fucking call them? The booster club people.
Yeah.
They're hand out all the flyers. They're responsible for all the activities and the student activities on the campus. At least back in the day, I know that's who used to do it.
Stickers on helmets.
I remember being in the locker room with my grandfather years ago, and I actually was in there one time when they were doing that. And I remember just being like regular students, the training, like the guys that taped ankles. It was all of them in the room, right in the locker room. This was back when the locker room was in South Stadium, and I remember them redoing the helmets and all that shit. I'm probably sure they got a whole different fucking setup for that shit now. They probably got machines that do that shit now.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure it out, and it's like, oh, here we go. You'll be able to hear this.
Yeah, I want to say it's like the Booster Club or some shit like that.
Let's see. Maybe this will tell us.
They probably call that shit something completely different now.
Let's see. Tomahawk stickers. Oh, you get them for academic stuff too. Yeah, I got a lot of stickers, man. I got a lot of stickers. Oh, yeah. They take stickers away? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, so it's Mike Norvell that. Oh, it's the equipment team that applies them.
Yeah, equipment. Equipment team. They probably call it now.
And they have to do them in a certain pattern.
Right.
For the people that you guys aren't gonna be able to hear that. That's gonna be kind of boring for you guys.
Yeah, I remember back.
It's the equipment people that do it, but that's gotta be fucking annoying. I'm looking at DJ Biombo's helmet. And there's like 100 stickers on that motherfucker, and I'm like, before every single game, some dude has to put these stickers on my helmet. You should make the players do it. That's like
well, just think now.
It's like character building.
Back in the day, you had your home solids and you had your home whites and your away solids. Now you got 3 home whites, 5 away solids, and 4 different helmets.
Yeah,
with 4 different color face masks.
Yeah,
and 4 different color everything inside.
Well, and they don't even at the big schools. They don't have to fuck with it at all. They just go show up and it's in their locker.
It's in your locker. Yeah, the players ain't fucking with their equipment at all.
Small schools, I bet they do though.
Probably.
I bet they gotta like put their pads in their car and shit.
Well, at Last Chance U, they barely had a locker room.
Yeah, exactly.
Some schools. Yeah, they're probably taking their shit even home.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. They
like Little League and shit.
Load their shit up in the morning.
Yeah. I wonder. D3s, yeah. I know some D2s. I don't know. some of these D2 schools down south, bro, their stadiums are as big as some fucking college venues, bro.
There's money down there.
There's a lot of money in there where they got their own inter squad. Like last chance U, I think it was the Mississippi State League. They had so many JUCOs in that state. I think California leads in JUCOs, Texas, and then Kansas. And I could have that order wrong, but I'm pretty sure all three of those states are in there as far as JUCOs. But Mississippi is on that list as well, where you got so many JUCOs in the state that they have a state championship.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope. It's extra football too. You know, probably you get 3 extra games of football.
Dude, there's gonna be football all the way until like Valentine's Day this year.
Yeah,
with the 12-team playoff.
Yeah,
that's so fucking cool, dude.
If I remember correctly, I think the college championship was New Year's Eve, and then the Super Bowl was New Year's Day.
Yeah, we're going all the way into February.
Now we're going all the way into February.
And it's fucking cool because the first round of the playoffs are home games for some of the teams. So, in theory, if Nebraska's good someday, we could be going to a playoff game at Memorial Stadium, dude.
February.
Oh, God.
Matt Rhule, bro.
Cool.
Hey,
that'd be so fucking cool.
He said it, I didn't.
Here's my problem with Nebraska in that college football game is when I make I do like a huge pass or something, they get up and throw the bones. And
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm
like, you're not supposed to do that.
That's not.
You guys obviously
Don't
didn't
do
understand, and I'm worried it's going to give the kids the wrong idea about throwing the bone. I'm worried kids are going to play Nebraska in the game and then commit to play at Nebraska, and they're going to start throwing the bones.
Don't.
After they do something offensively.
Yeah, that bothers. I look for a way to turn that off, and it just isn't.
I'm going to start writing some letters about that.
I might have to email you, EA. Yeah, y'all fucked up there.
Yeah,
Everything else smooth like peanut butter, man. But the bones, who fucked that up?
Well, I think they just looked up like every school's tradition because Arizona State does like the shocker. They go like that. So I think they just looked up like every school that has like a hand sign and they just programmed in like they just do the hand sign every once in a while. I don't think they programmed in like the context.
That bothers me. It irks me.
Yeah, I didn't. And Kansas State does like a little like. Because I think it makes a WC when they do it. It makes like a WC for Wildcats.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never.
So they're all in the stands like.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't remember K-State ever.
Yeah, man. Here, I'll look it up. I'll look it up right now.
I've never seen K-State throw anything up.
Yeah, it looks kind of.
But I've never really paid attention to K-State. Not football,
dude,
especially. Oh,
Wildcat
that's Crip.
Yeah.
That's Crip right there. Dog. That's,
I know. I'm saying.
West Side Crip. What the
dude.
fuck, man?
Yeah. It's a Wildcat. The finger shapes represent the letters W and C. Yeah, dude. I'm saying they seriously.
Y'all
they
better
sit there,
be careful with
They
that
sit there like
shit.
waving it around and shit. Yeah.
What the fuck? I'd beat one of y'all up for that shit, man. What the fuck you throwing up, blood?
Yeah. See, they put it on their car and stuff.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, man.
No shit.
It's Wildcat.
Since when?
Forever, I guess.
Really?
I don't know.
But like I said, I've never paid attention to K-State ever.
Yeah, I guess forever. Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
K-State banging too, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
God damn.
Well, and they were throwing it up in the game, and I'm like, dude, that looks like.
Maybe have I seen it?
I'm like, man, that really looks like they're throwing up. They're like banging on me. It really does.
Have I seen it?
Like I've never even seen the West Side Crip thing, but they're all doing it in the stands. They're all like, and I'm like, dude, it really feels like they're banging on me, man. It really does. Like Kansas State scores a touchdown, they're like, shh. I'm like, dude, I don't. That doesn't feel good.
Banging on me, dog.
Yeah, because you know when they intercept you and they get all up in the camera and shit. Like LSU gets up in the camera throwing the L sign up. Like
that's a gang signs too.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean everything. It feels like everything.
Gang
Is, man.
sign.
Like it's hard not to accidentally throw up gang signs. But yeah, they get an intercept. Kansas State will get an interception on you or a fumble or whatever, and 3 of them will run up. They'll get all up in the camera like. And I'm like, dude, this feels aggressive.
Maybe I have seen, and maybe I did say something about it, and maybe I said fuck K-State because of it.
Maybe.
And never saw it again.
Maybe.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
it's a WC for Wildcat, not West Side Crip for Wildcat.
Interesting.
I wonder who did it first. Probably K-State, right? Because K-State's been around since like 1800 or something.
Oh yeah,
The Crips ain't been around since 1800.
Probably about
Like the 70s or something.
60s. Early mid 60s.
Yeah.
Officially.
So Kansas State probably did it first. I'm just saying.
Crips might.
And there's only so many ways you can make WC with your hand, really.
Y'all, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, homie. I've seen 6 dudes get together and spell some shit with their hands.
Really?
I can do it. Yeah,
Really?
I can do it.
Well, I've seen the blood one. Everybody in high school knows.
That's not one I do.
Right. Yeah. That's like everybody does. Everybody spells blood with.
Everybody does that one. Yeah, that's not one I do. But yeah, I can talk to my homies and not say a word. And it ain't sign language. It ain't something you can say, oh, that's A, and nah, it's just something completely different. You'll never
cool,
get this
dude.
Shit. We'll win a war with this shit.
That's pretty interesting, man. That's like super clandestine. I mean, I like shit like that. It's interesting to me.
It's a must.
Yeah,
it's a must, especially in a penitentiary. It's a must.
Well, it's just crazy how like it's the similarities again, you know. Like we're on patrol, we don't have to talk.
No, not at all.
Like they're sitting there doing this, and they're like the squad leader's throwing up this, and I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah,
say no more.
Yeah, he like whistles a certain way, and I'm like, we know what that means.
Yeah, we got to.
Yeah, see, I know. I'm saying.
We got to whistle too.
I'm saying, yeah.
and then in the Crips they got they shit, and you
still like if I hear something that sounds like him whistling, I'll still like snap a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, got to snap out of that shit. It's been a while. Me and Jenna, we went out, and it fucked. We left because this wasn't the place to hear that whistle.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept hearing it 3 times.
3 times is a lot.
Yeah, and I'm flamed up. It's hard for me not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
After that 3rd time, I was like, oh, yeah, it's time to go.
More lately, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Kendrick did it to me, man.
Yeah, you said that. I've been noticing it. Yeah,
Kendrick did it to me.
Yeah, 3 times is a lot.
Yeah, 3 times was a lot. It was enough.
And when I hear, nobody's ever like doing it at me. Like nobody.
Yeah. And they could have not. I mean, they could have been doing it to somebody else and not even noticing me. But you know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? I got to shake the spot. That's the other side.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. That was the language right there. You also got to kind of know their language too. You know what I mean? You got to kind of decipher some of their shit too, and be off in the corner and. Oh shit! They planning some shit on us tonight. Yeah. You know, you catch what you can catch, and you put that shit together. Oh yeah, they planning some shit on us tonight.
Yeah, so I'm just interested in shit like that, where it's like, oh, that's kind of similar too. We'd be like across the way with night vision goggles, like flashing at each other.
Oh, Morse. Oh yeah.
No, I mean not even Morse. None of us knew Morse code. It was just like
they didn't teach you guys that. Really?
It's complicated, dude.
I didn't know it.
It's like 2 we're just over there like 2 means this, 3 means this, and at nighttime it's like, because during the day there's usually like a password situation where they just like yell if you come up on another patrol base, so because they need to know who you are.
Does everybody get a radio, or is that movie shit?
Okay. No, there's only
because I was gonna ask you is that like is there a Morse like the tap button on your radio?
No, I mean you just talk. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So the team leaders will have a radio, but you'll do like when you're coming up on somebody, you'll do like a challenge and a password and stuff. And usually it's out loud. Like they'll say something, and then you'll have to say something back. And if you don't say something back, then they think you're not supposed to be there, you know. But at night you don't want to talk, so you do it with the infrared light on your night vision goggles.
Because only
yeah,
y'all
so you'll
see
be
that.
Yeah, so you're walking up and you'll see it flash like twice in the distance, and you have to like flash it back however many times. Then the number of times you have to do it like changes every like 3 hours or some shit. It depends on how your unit wants to do it, but it gets kind of complicated sometimes. Sometimes it changes once a day. Sometimes it changes every once in a while. But yeah, so you just have to flash back a certain number of times and shit, or they'll fucking rip you up, I guess.
Yeah, I never, ever in my life thought I would ever learn or let alone understand Morse code. You're talking World War I, World War II type fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? But especially NSP. I'll use NSP because the cell houses are old school back then, where they're more on top of each other. And they had these old, like the old heating vents where they had the claw feet on the bottom of them, you know? You remember them joints?
Yeah.
they took them out long ago, but the
you.
pipe, cook food on them motherfuckers. The piping and all that shit was still there. You know, you could get plastic hangers and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to create more of a, how can I explain it? More of a heavy base to it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the hanger like flapping around as you're trying to code out, you know what I mean? You just wrap your hanger and make it more solid.
Okay.
So you can tap and you're not getting any unnecessary echo.
Mm-hmm.
So you might got a connection in the cell below you, and he's next to a dude, and that you need to get at or something. So you tap 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 tap. You know, and some of the guards, you know, in the guards, some of them, you know, they study that shit too, and they'll be in the hallway like, you know, and you're busted.
Yeah, that's
what
kind of sucks.
A lot of them ain't privy to that type shit.
It takes effort, man. Like we never had a reason to know. Like we seriously were just like, hey, what are you doing? Or like we would just talk. We never had to do any Morse code.
What war was that? World War I, I think it was. They made a movie about it. Wind talkers, code talkers.
The Navajo. That's World War II.
Yeah.
World War II, I think. Yeah.
Because they were cracking their Morse codes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they started.
So that's probably when they
started doing Navajo.
That's probably when they stopped teaching y'all that shit, right?
Well, yeah, I mean Morse code is just like everybody. And our radios, they're encrypted, so it's like the only people that could hear what we were saying was us.
Just don't need it.
Like
even
other
technology.
like even other like Marine Corps units couldn't hear us.
Oh, encrypted.
Yeah, so, it's encrypted. Yeah, like you have to be on the right channels with the right encryption, or you can't hear shit. And like sometimes our radios, like they'd get fucked up, and our encryption would be bad, and we wouldn't be able to talk to each other. Like shit would just be broken. Like if somebody's radio didn't have the crypto loaded right, it'd be fucked. And we had to load the crypto on ourselves. Like we'd get these keys and we'd plug them in, and it would load all the encryption stuff on there. And you had
in live action,
you had to do stuff on there. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So there was one time where we were trying to talk, and it's like, well, the radio just doesn't fucking work. So, like, now what?
That would happen pretty often.
I mean, not often. That only happened once, and it was just the crypto changeover. It changed over like every day at a certain time, and just
not because it was made bad or faulty equipment. It's just
no. I mean, it was us. Whoever loaded the crypto on it that day did it wrong.
Okay. A man error, not the equipment.
No, it wasn't the equipment.
Because I wouldn't. Like I said, fucking Hollywood, where they always show the part where the fucking radio fucks up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't. They're like, nah, man, not at a time like that.
Well, we would like every time before we went out, we would check everything, dude.
Right.
We'd carry around like hundreds of batteries, because every single time I went somewhere, we changed out all of our batteries. Like even if the batteries in that motherfucker were brand new, I'm putting brand new batteries. Yeah. Like it was a huge waste of money and stuff, probably.
Fucking Hollywood.
Like our shit never I never needed my flashlight, and it didn't work, because before I left, we made sure that everybody's fucking flashlight worked. And if your flashlight doesn't work, then we're fixing it before we leave. You know, like they go through. It's called PCCs and PCIs, pre-combat checks and pre-combat inspections. So your squad leader, he'll come check all your gear and make sure it all works. And while he's doing that, he's asking you questions like, what are you supposed to do today? Where are you supposed to be? What time are we leaving? Where are you at in the formation? And he's making sure that you know all these things. And if you're wrong, like, he doesn't want you to be wrong, so you get in trouble. But so he's quizzing you on like, what are we doing today? Why are we doing it? Where are we going? When are we going to get there? What time are we leaving? What's your mission when we get there? Where are you going to be? Whose team are you on? Like, he's asking you stuff like that the whole time. He's also asking you, like, show me your flashlight. Show me your PEC 16. Show me that your ACOG is on right. Show me this. And he's checking your serial numbers, too, to make sure you have all the right shit that you're supposed to have. And it's like, it's a process, man.
Yeah.
And you stand there with all your shit on, and he goes one by one down the line and does everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's like,
that's another parallel.
Well, it's
we
like
call those shakedowns in prison.
Well, yeah.
You just described it. Shakedown.
Well, yeah, like he was making sure we had stuff. They were making sure you didn't have stuff. It's like a little different, but like we're making sure the radio works before we leave. So like the radio's gonna work when we get out there because it works right now, and there's no reason for it not to. Like unless something happens to it and it like fucking a bullet hits the radio or something. That's the only way it'll go down, really.
So if a bullet does hit it, it's going down. Yeah. It ain't made that tough.
No, it's not.
Okay. I was gonna say shit.
No, and I mean our radio is just for us to talk to each other. It was literally just like a walkie-talkie you can get at like fucking Home Depot.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, why?
But there's like crypto on it.
I mean,
it's
shit,
like I mean, maybe not. They're like they were nice. They weren't like pieces of shit. It was like Motorola. Like they were nice walkie-talkies. But it's like walkie-talkies you see like dudes at Pinnacle Bank Arena have like.
Yeah.
Because we only needed to talk to each other like a mile
Right,
apart,
right,
so
right,
it was
right.
fine. But the big radios would be there. It's in like a big backpack and it has an antenna and stuff. We didn't need those a ton. We didn't even really carry one of those around with us. Because we had the vehicles, so when we were out, we could just radio back to the vehicle, and the vehicle could radio because the vehicle has big radios on it. So we didn't need to carry that. That was nice, but anyway, I gotta go. I got my appointment at 9:45.
I'm about to go to the Hot Works.
Fuck out of here.
I don't know what I thought that place was.
It's cool, man. I like it a lot. Not sponsored, but
No weights or nothing. It's just a sauna
they
place.
have weights.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a club.
No.
Yeah, we was riding. We couldn't sleep one night. We rolled in, and it was. I was like, "What the fuck is that? A new club? Hot Works?
Nah,
Like, what
man.
the fuck, girl? Let's go in there." Totally opposite.
Yeah,
of
you
what
just
I
go in
thought.
there. You go in there. You turn the sauna on to like 125, whatever. And there's like some of them have like exercise bikes in them, so you just get in there on an exercise bike and just go ham for 20 minutes in 125 degrees. You just get fucking sweaty as shit.
I can dig it. Detox.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, I don't want to hold you up, brother.
Yeah. Anyway, so we gotta go. Thanks for listening. We were off last week. For a big. We didn't even talk about the big storm, man. Power went out and shit. We'll talk about that later. That storm's the nocturnal wind bag or whatever.
Weather warfare. Let's call it what it is.
Shit was pretty crazy. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, we were off last week. So thanks for tuning in.
Actually got that on my list, so we ain't gonna forget.
Yep,
weather
next
warfare.
Next week we're talking about weather warfare. So get ready for that. But thanks for listening, watching, whatever you did. We really appreciate all the support. We still have a pretty good group of our numbers don't really go up, but the same people listen every week.
Go down.
Same people listen every week, so we really appreciate you guys. We really it's just fun to come talk to Demond every week. So yeah, that's really
Always chilling.
if you guys like it too,
the
then
name of the show, always.
then that's even more than I ever expected to get out of it. So thanks for listening. My family still listens. I know they do. So thanks for listening. Amy texts me about it like every week pretty much. So thanks for listening, Amy. My wife listens to it to fall asleep still. So yeah, thanks to everybody that listens.
Appreciate it.
Like you guys a lot. Tell your friends to listen to us too, though, because they'll probably like us. And then, we get a couple more listeners every week, whatever. Yeah.
Holla.
See ya.